Peace, peace, peace. What's good, everybody? The boy Sasha Rock. Hold on. I'm playing with the lights like my man play with these beats. What's good? Yeah. How's everybody doing?
Check this out, right? You know what I'm saying?
K-Tron, what's good, bro? How you? What up, cuz? What's going on? Hope everybody's enjoying their Thursday. Thanks for joining us. Dawn, happy belated birthday. Thanks for being here tonight. Yeah, we got some fun tonight. Yeah. Got my man Cyrus the Great in here tonight. K-Tron, I see you stay busy, bro. Keep pushing that music, man. Salute to my bro, K-Tron. R&B beast. Yeah. My brother Torre over one of those banging Cyrus the Great beats. Virtue is good, bro. Salute to my GOAT squad out there. Woo. Your boy fresh out the shower. You would think that he'd be like, I sweat a little bit, but it's all good. The lights on, lights, camera, action. But salute to everybody on this Thursday. Salute to my brother, King Virtue. Salute, all the artwork is fire. If you're loving the artwork for the promos, my man Virtue's been holding it down. GOAT Squad. All day. I appreciate that, bro. Oh, this that heat right here. We go wait for my brother, Cyrus. Let me turn this up. We need some volume on that. Keep that production right there. Virtue, I know you appreciate good production, bro. Great production. What up, Jay? What up, bro? I gotta get out with you this weekend, man. It's been a while, bro. On the strip for what we on. We got my bro Cyrus the Great in here in a minute. Expect us to get everything that we want. Yo, Jay, we got my man Cyrus from Boston here tonight. Join the Lucas. Come on. Jordan after me and shit. I heard there's no limits, found no master B, but I've been sitting in the tank, running over Captain Feed. Yeah. Sleeping, trying to eat, but I don't go to Applebee's and I don't know these rapping schemes. My man Cyrus gonna be in here in a few minutes, yo. We just wanted to let some of his joints ring off, man. FGR stamping up. Yeah. Hope everybody's enjoying their week. We're having some fun this week, man. Besides tonight, I'll let y'all know we're going to 2 weeks. There ain't no one answer to that question. That's depressive for a nigga in a rental or a Lincoln Continental. Talk to him. Temple rap. I know you hear these drums, y'all. Forget about the sample can't. Forget about the Lambo. What you think? We're walking the line, but shit is fine if you know the game. Fuck with us. Wanna struggle for what we on. Expect us to get everything that we want. Sky Zoo, Joyner Lucas, Great Expectations. That's off my man Cyrus the Great album. King Kanye ain't got shit on me. You know what I'm saying? My brother's gonna be in here in a minute to join us for a great conversation. Salute to everybody in the tribe. Salute my GOAT squad that always holds us down. We got some big things coming. Make sure this get down some here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we going to 2 episodes of the regular Cat Convo a week.
We're going to have normally your Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day of the week episode. But also, we're going to be going to Friday episodes. Every Friday, y'all hear me, y'all hear them. We all talk this GOAT Squad, right? So what we're going to start doing is introducing the GOAT Squad. You know, starting with the dude at the top of the line for us, head of the GOAT Squad, our brother True Words. He's going to be on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to line up a member each week on a Friday, besides the dope episodes we have throughout the week. You know, besides that, I hope y'all been tuning in to the radio station. You know, the station's been locking in. I appreciate everybody that's been holding us down on that. A lot of dope DJs this week. We're going to have another dope lineup of DJs rocking. You know what I'm saying? So just stay in tune with us, man. If everybody tap in with us at least once or twice a day, whatever, you know what I mean? Just jump in there for 5 minutes or so. Let us know what's going on. Let us know you're there, you know? Because this is what we're doing it for. We're doing it for everybody that love hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? So, word. This is another one of my brother Cyrus joints here. What's good, Jay? Hope you're still in here, bro. Yeah. This joint here, woo, we're going to talk to my man Cyrus about this joint. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. 365. Yo, Jay, we definitely going to get up this weekend, bro. It's been a while, you know what I mean? Hope everybody good over there. I know mom's good. Tell Shaw to break out that damn equipment and get the DJing again. I've been told him, maybe if he hear from you. Where my man Cyrus the Great is about to jump in with us here. We're about to have a great conversation. Talk about some of his dope work, some of his projects. What he got coming down the pipeline. Crazy DJ, salute. My brother Cyrus is in the building. What's good, bro? We were just banging out some of your rocking some of your bangers. Let's see here. Let's see my bro here. Let's see what I can do here. Get my man in here. Word. Let's see what my bro at right now. Peace.
Good. What's going on, man?
My brother. Thanks for joining me here today, man. My man Cyrus the Great is in the building, you know? Well, how you doing, bro? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, much better now. Much better. Peace. There you go.
Thank you for having me, man.
Man, listen, you know, if I have a platform, you have a platform. This has been, you know, for everybody that's joining us, I want to thank y'all for being here. This man Cyrus, I was introduced to a brother, you know, everybody knows Sky's my man, but Sky put me in touch with this dude years ago, came out there to Boston. He showed me much love, great hospitality. First time in Boston.
Really? And
you made me want to be back out there. You gave me that love, bro. It was dope out there. I appreciate it.
Wow. That's what's up, man. Well, you know how we do, man. Anytime you come out, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all love, brother.
Yeah, man. You know, like the first time we're gonna go. I was going to say 2015 when Sky and Apollo dropped the Easy Truth, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you did the show at the Middle East, was it?
Yes, 2016, October 2016.
Yeah, my birthday month, 2016. Yeah, I was high. I remember that, man.
So you was out. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and you know, that album dropped, bro, and you know, I was just all over that, man. Everybody know how I am with Scott. So when I knew he was gonna be in Boston, and shout out to my man Bernard, he came out there with me that night too. He drove out there for that show, and he put me in touch with you. Shout out to our brother Praise. You know how Praise is. Praise shows us both crazy love. You know.
Yeah, Praise. Listen, man. Let me tell you about Praise.
Yeah, talk to me.
I think very highly of myself as a producer.
Yes, as you should.
But if there's one person that keeps me on my toes, it's Praise. Praise, his beats sound like a transformer
Yeah,
stomping on earth.
listen, his joints are screaming action.
Yo.
But here's the thing, though. I don't know if you saw it, but I had Praise on one of the earlier episodes, and the same praise you're giving him, he gave the same to you.
Really?
You know? So that's just dopeness, man. He was just like, yo, Cyrus the Great. He was like, yo, this producing, you gotta know, you gotta, I don't know if you know, like, I was like, yo, yeah. So, this is all just dopeness all in the circle, man. You know what I mean?
Yep,
So,
yo, man.
Yeah, it's dope, man. So,
yo, that dude right there.
Listen, y'all both, man, it's different. The music is different, and this is what makes me lock in with dope people like y'all, man. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the first time I met you personally was at the Middle East, and it was the Apollo Brown and Skyzoo tour, and then you had the dope beat show that night and everything. You know what I mean? It was live that night, man. And what I did was my homework to realize who you really were.
Yeah, and can I
I knew you with Cyrus, you my man, but then when I realized you was the man behind some of the dopest production, I was like, yo, he's just a cool cat too, you know what I'm saying? So
thank you, man. And can I say something about that album, that Easy Truth album?
Yes.
I love that album, man. I love that album.
Woo.
That album is ridiculous. Still, back to back bangers, flawless.
Yo, the way that album was presented, like the whole thing, like you said, flawless. It gave you. I felt like Sky grew every album, and that album. I locked in on that album. I was like, yo, they did something. Like the album cover itself said so much.
With the sneakers on, yeah.
As I got that on the wall over here, I got the walls crazy, you know what I'm saying? But now that album was sick, and it put us in tune, man. And I was thankful for that,
Yeah, excellent piece of work, man.
Yeah. So we here tonight for you, though, bro. I want to give the praise to you, my man Cyrus the Great. Let them know where you from, bro. For those who not aware, of the niceness from you.
Well, I'm born and raised in Worcester, Massachusetts. That's about 45 minutes west of Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So born and raised out here, because I'm here now.
Okay.
I would say that a lot of the influence of my sound comes from just my family being from the South, because I don't know if you notice, but when you hear producers that have a lot of soul in their music, they got a heavy church background.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so
it goes hand in hand a lot.
What's that?
I said it usually goes hand in hand a lot.
It does. It goes hand in hand. And so, I was basically raised in a church, and so you can hear some of that flavor in my music. You know what I'm saying? Like, my grandfather was a Baptist minister, and I got uncles that are in the church, heavy in the church. So my whole family, I was raised in the church, so that's heavy in my music. So I'm from the Northeast, but you can hear a lot of that flavor from that Southern church upbringing.
Yeah. And that's dope, because I was going to get into all of that, just like your style, what it evolves from, things like that. But I love when it naturally just flows out too, you know what I'm saying? It's not
Yes, sir.
forced, you know what I'm saying? And when did you first get into producing or making beats? I don't even know if you got to like the level of producing it. Well, what got you into wanting to make your own?
Well, my older brother Gary was a producer, and he was an incredible. He was like a pioneer in the city, and so all he would do all day was just make music all day, and I sat and watched him make music. I was a little kid, I was a baby just seeing him make music, you know. It was to the point where he stayed a year back in high school because he wanted to he just stayed home from school and just watched. He wanted to babysit me and make beats all day. And he missed so many days from school, you know what I'm saying? He just took that risk just so he can sit and make music. And I was just there watching it, you know. I was a sponge. And so when I got of age, when I turned like 7 years old, my mom got me this like little Casio Rap Master keyboard. I'm not sure if you remember the Rap Master keyboards. They had like the two drum pads and there was the keys. So that was my first piece of equipment I got in 92. And then I was playing around with that. And then from there, I was just making pause tapes when I started sampling. I was making a lot of pause tapes. And then I would get my first piece of equipment in like my first piece of sampling equipment, rather. It was like 98. I got a Gemini sampler in 98. It was like 24 seconds. And I got a 4-track, so I would layer my beats on track to track. So track 1 was the sample, track 2 was the drum loop, and I would just do that by hand. And this is like, I was like 13 years old. I was in middle school doing this. You know, all my friends was in the either playing video games. I was in the room making beats. I would be in that room all day. You know what I'm saying? I would sometimes I wouldn't even eat. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, that's crazy. Real quick, shout out to everybody in the room. Your people's J.R. Swift. I see samples came in. Use a baby. Shout out to DJ Prince, man. That's our bro, man. That's Prince is my man, yo. First of all, Prince be sleeping. We're gonna have Prince up here one day soon too, man. Because
Prince you gotta have Prince.
MC, man. I'm like, yo, I hear Prince be dropping bars.
Prince is one of the most talented brothers I know. You know what I'm saying?
Around, though. I jump in live when he was DJing. I'm like, yo, I love the vibe. Yo, shout out to you, DJ Prince, man. You know, just doing that dope dude. But I heard it once again. We're gonna get to that too. About him there.
Yeah.
You know, and shout out to my homegirl A Block. My lady Jess is here. You know what I mean? Everybody's here. You know. I see one of your people is like, how did they didn't notice some of the stuff?
What's up, Jamie? What's up? Yeah. So I got so much stuff, so much history, you know, that sometimes I don't even speak about it. But you know, when I'm prompted, I'll let the info go. You know what I'm saying?
And I love it. I've been able, and I'm thankful. Everyone's been able that I've had up here has given me a little bit of something they may not have given anyone else. And I'm like, yo, I love it. Yeah, exclusive, bro. You know, shout out to my cousin Tito in the building. But yo, Cyrus, man, we gonna get to this, bro, because from that Casio, man, you grew. Talk about growing, man. So from that Casio, you kept going and watching your brother, hearing the sound. Now, growing up in Worcester, you also had some like hip hop was definitely big out there. I know. You know what I'm saying? So as you was developing your sound, were you hearing yourself going to a specific sound like what was there, or you always had your own different sound from everyone else?
Well, here's the thing. Again, this goes back to my brother. So I was studying a lot of what he was doing. So he had the equipment that he had the Ensoniq EPS. It wasn't even EPS Plus. He just had the Ensoniq EPS. So he was playing a lot of keys and stuff. He wasn't really sampling really until like the early 90s. So I studied the way he would put his beats together. But one of my biggest influences, one of my biggest earlier influences, there's a few. You know, when we talk about my influence, that kind of that I used to put together for my sound, one of my first, aside from my brother, one of my biggest influences as a producer, number 1, Teddy Riley. Number 2, Dr. Dre. So those are my first 2 influences, because with Teddy Riley, at the tail end of the New Jack Swing era, that's when he was producing Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So that Michael Jackson.
Remember the time and all?
Yes. So when he was doing that, I was like, yo, this music is incredible. I like when Michael was working with Quincy, but when he was working with Teddy, it was just a whole nother swag to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And I'm not gonna lie, swag is a word I stay away from just because it's different. But Teddy gave Mike that. He gave it to him.
Mike, yes.
We knew Mike was already Mike, but that shit was different. That gave you a Mike like a real like, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? As close to a guy Michael Jackson sound without him sounding like anything else. Like he gave him something different.
Exactly.
So that was some of your influence. That and Dre. Huh?
So Teddy Riley, and then Dr. Dre. Now, Dr. Dre, that Chronic album. First of all, that Chronic album got me in trouble. I was born in '85, so the Chronic album came out in '92.
Okay.
So you remember the Columbia House?
Remember
the penny? You get the joints for 1 penny. You
owe them later.
Yeah. One of the joints I got was the Chronic, and so I got it on tape. I'll never forget. I was listening to it, and I was just because I'm a beats first guy. I like the beats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I love when I heard Dre Day, that fat bass line on Dre Day. I was like, yo, this is real. This is nasty. Like that. It just sounded so rich. I wanted to hear what he was doing on the production tip. All the lyrics and stuff that came second. I blocked that out. I was listening to at that young age. I was listening to the Sonics because I was already spoiled by seeing my brother make it in person. So I was listening to the Sonics of that record, but I'm listening to that music, and I think the song "These Nuts" was playing.
Crazy song to be like, yo, sonically, this is fire.
Yeah, and my mom was walking by. I was like, what are you listening to?
Oh, man.
She took that tape right away from me.
A lot of people probably lost. That's why I probably sold a lot. People had to buy it again.
Yeah, exactly. Needless to say, I got my hands on the Chronic again. But that was a pivotal moment for me as a young, aspiring producer, because just the way it just sounded incredible. It just sounded like something I never heard before, But fast forward a couple of years, and this was big. Fast forward a couple of years, I really started getting heavy on Wu-Tang. So RZA really put things into context for me, because I saw the difference between what Dre was doing and what RZA was doing, right? It's two opposite sides of the spectrum. Dre was very clean, very particular. His sound was very pristine. You know what I'm saying? It sounded very big. RZA was very dirty, very gritty, very unapologetic, just straight raw.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, because of my limited resources, like I didn't have all that money because Dre hired session musicians, you know what I'm saying? He was using a big SSL board, you know what I'm saying? He was over at Can-Am Studio or the Solar Studio, those big studios is in LA, where they have the best of the best, where RZA was making beats in his bedroom, then he brought it to the Firehouse Studio in New York, and it was like 1 or 2 takes and we in and out, you know what I'm saying? It was just grimy, not overthinking. I gravitated to that because those limited resources were more in line with what I had.
And that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna line up more to what you're relatable to.
Exactly.
What's sustainable, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I had my phase where I thought I was the RZA. So I was like 12 years old trying to make beats like the RZA, but also I was also heavy into the native tongues, that native tongue stuff. So the aesthetic of my sequencing, I was taking that. I was taking the sequencing style of the RZA, but I was sampling jazz records. So if you can imagine, like I was 12, 13 years old, my drums were sloppy, but I would have like jazz loops underneath. So that was my style early. And then a year later, like 99 is when I was still on the 4-track, and I was I was on my 24-second sample. In the year 2000, I was like 14 years old. I got the MTV Music Generator. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with the MTV Music Generator. It was a video game where you can make beats on it, essentially.
Got one.
Bro, I got that. I had a PlayStation. I got the MTV Music Generator, and it was it. That was it. That was it. That was it. That was it for me. I was making so many beats with that. That's when I had it was a sequencer in there. You could sample in there. And the thing about the MTV Music Generator is that since it was only, you can go up to 44 kilohertz. So you had 11 kilohertz, 22 kilohertz, and then 44 kilohertz for the sampling quality. But if you sampled in 44 kilohertz, you didn't get that much sampling time. So I was sampling 11 kilohertz, and that was the grimiest, grittiest sound. Right, but it was long. I got all the sampling time. So my beats were it was heavy, it was knocking, but it was really dirty. And that was the era. That was the era where I tried to sound like DJ Premier.
Oh, okay.
So on accident, like while I was trying to do that, I still had the influences of Native Tongue, Tribe Called Quest, like the jazz sound, and I still had the influence of the RZA, and I had been heavily influenced by DJ Premier. All of this stuff, I put all that together, and eventually I would create my own sound. In particular, I was sampling like a lot of progressive rock, like at that age, you know? So with the sample choices, I started formulating what I would call the Cyrus the Great sound, you know? So that's how I came up with my sound. So from there on, from the year 2000 on up until now, I've just been cultivating it, you know?
Man, listen, and it's like, the thing is, sometimes like when you listen to a producer and when they have a body of work, sometimes you can get a niche on their sound. Like, honestly, you know, like coming up in the era where you throw a P-Rock beat on any beat, you knew that was a P-Rock beat. You knew Primo, you knew the Dre. With your beats, though, for me, I don't pinpoint them because, you know, I mean, you can sample, but then like it's just more melodic. Like I don't hear, like I'm not able to throw on all five different tracks of yours without knowing and say that you did them. And that's a good thing because it's like you said, it goes to having multiple influence. You know?
Right, and I'm glad that you said that because I pride myself in being versatile. Right. And that what you just said, that's kind of that debunks a lot of things. Like when I was in high school, so between 99 and 2003, I was in high school, and that era, so it was split in half. So between 99 and 2001, that was the keyboard era. Right. But between 99 and 2001, I was sampling heavy. I was like, yo, all this, listen, everything, like the everybody's buddy now. Everybody loves each other now. Everybody's united and stuff like that. But I'm gonna keep it 100,000. Swiss Beats for like the sampling based producers. Swiss Beats was kind of frowned upon. You know, he was like, you know, all this keyboard, this ain't got no soul. All this keyboard, I don't like all this keyboard stuff, man. That's what now, you know what I'm saying? Swiss Beats, you know, the editor of Time has been great. Swiss Beats Time has been really good to Swiss Beats. And I'm not to say, I do think he's one of the greatest ever, but he's been able to reinvent himself to where he can reinvent his sound. So he can, because he's been sampling more lately. You know what I'm saying?
Like, go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Like on the Swiss, when I think of Swiss, because when you think of like any early DMX, and you compare any of that to the song Echo,
exactly,
not the same.
Not the same. Not the same.
Echo is beautiful. Like, not that the joints were excellent, but that was a dirty beauty. This Echo is beauty, like elegant beauty. I mean, so hence the growth. Like you said, time has been good to Swiss.
Time has been good to Swiss, and so that era, like between 99 and 2001, Swiss and producers like Swiss had the game on smash. That keyboard sound was heavy. It was dominant. And also around that time, the Neptunes had came up. Now the Neptunes, very keyboard heavy, right? Not too much samples going on, right? And so that was the sound. And so me being the producer who sampled, you know what I'm saying? I was like the odd man out. So when you know, with my beats, I would be playing my beats to some of the people around. Like, you know, I played sports and stuff, so I'd be playing with my headphones, and the people on my team want to hear. They'd be like, "Yo, that sounds like, I don't know, I can't dance. You can't play that in the club. That sounds like, kind of sound like Wu-Tang, man. That's kind of, I don't know, man. Ain't no girls don't like this. You know what I'm saying? That's not really popping."
Right.
But you notice, you know, I broke it up. So I use, like, my years in high school are perfect bookends to where I'm going as far as sound goes, right? So between 99 and 2001, because there's a pivotal moment here. I'm going somewhere. Walk with me. Between 99 and 2001, the keyboards was heavy, right? September 11th, 2001, everything changed. When Jay-Z's Blueprint came out, when none but soul samples on there. When I first heard the Jay-Z's Blueprint album, I was like, yes. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And after that, you start hearing this chipmunk samples running amok. You know what I'm saying?
Never changes and all of that.
Yeah, right. So after that album came out, you know, we got the Heat Makers. We got a bunch of producers that was sampling sped up vocals, because that's what was, Jay-Z made that album. That album was so pivotal. You know, Jay-Z was a trendsetter, so whatever he said was the law. So
I remember for sure too.
So the sound, he changed the sound with that album.
Yeah.
You know, and so when that happened, I was like, oh wow. So now everybody, sampling is cool now. Okay, cool. I've been doing this since the mid to late 90s, but okay, cool. Sampling is cool now. So now maybe, you know, the people in my city could appreciate my stuff more. Because the city where I'm from, things aren't really appreciated until it's popular.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that happens a lot, though. You know, sometimes, I mean, that happens with almost anything. You know, like you hear so many stories of MCs or entertainers, someone trying to get on and nobody giving them a listen until I mean, that's even with this radio. Like, you know, like you don't hear about someone until they make their name. You know, then that's when everybody's on it. You know, a lot of people come to mind off the rip, but it's just real quick. When a few years ago, before Griselda blew, I was watching an interview with, you know, and shout out to once again Sky, because Sky Zoo put me on the Griselda in the beginning. When
he was one of their biggest co-signers.
And Westside, we always give him that love too. A lot of people are like, their relationship is just real genuine. But when I went to the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival, they rocked, they performed Luxury, and that's when I first seen Westside and Conway on stage. They were who they were now, you know what I'm saying? But and then when I heard Royce was on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne, he was talking about, he was like, you know about Griselda, and I remember Charlamagne was like, nah, I don't listen to all that. You know, I listen to that street that shoot 'em up a year later on there all the time. So it takes somebody else to make, like, they won't follow you until you pop it. And that goes for what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, shout out to everybody in the room. Shout out to Shining Lord. That's one of my Ghost Squad people, fan right there. We got some things coming out. I'm gonna talk to you about that too, man. Let you know about what we got going on. You know.
Word.
Now we got my brother Cyrus the Great here. I'm so thankful for this man being on my show tonight, because, like I said, we got years of built an organic relationship, you know what I'm saying? And it's real, because we talk more about sports and basketball than we do music.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, so let's talk about because for us to talk about our relationship, we got to talk about, of course, the people that kind of we met through. And how did you get your sound and your production heard by some of our brothers like Torre, Scott, Luke, Joyner Lucas? How did you get your joints out to these dope artists?
Well, with Sky, I reached out to him for a verse for my group's album.
Okay.
Because back in like between 2007, 2007, I formed a group called Film School Rejects.
Okay, shout out. Oh, okay. Noah, I don't want to
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Film School Rejects. And so, I was working on the album. Well, first we dropped our mixtape in 2007, the work print mixtape.
Oh, okay.
And so, are you familiar with Film School Rejects?
No, but I'm about to be very familiar.
Yeah. So, Film School Rejects. So, I went to school in North Carolina. I went to Shaw University.
Okay.
So I formed that group with two of my brothers from Shaw. It was me, my man Nasheen, and DJ Prince.
Oh, okay.
But check this out. It was four of us. It was me, Nasheen, DJ Prince, and then Joyner Lucas was in there. So it was a 4-man group. The sonically, we were like, it was a cross between, and this brings everything back full circle. It was a cross between De La Soul and Mobb Deep.
I can hear. Listen, knowing your production, knowing how Joyner Lucas spits, and knowing what I know about DJ Prince flow and things now, it's like you throw it all up in the air and you'll come up with something crazy like that. You know
it was the most incredible thing at the time. Like, I'm gonna tell you this, 2007, again, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but we was ahead of our time, right? Like, Griselda is the hottest shit smoking right now.
Word.
But
Word.
this was kind of that sound in 2007.
Yeah.
Where it was a bunch of young cats. Like, we was 18, 19, 20, 21. But it was just, I think it was ahead of its time. You know what I'm saying? It was ahead of its time. And it was like nothing at the time at all. I'm gonna send you some links.
Please do. I want to do the homework on that. And I just want to shout everybody's in the room here and this what we're getting. You know, shout out to my man Loretta's Only, my man ASU, yours truly, some of my Ghost Squatters in here. We're hearing some classic information here. This is a great one. If y'all missed it, my man Cyrus the Great was just talking about his group, Film School Rejects, people that was in the group, and just the work that I'm gonna get to be blessed with that I missed out on. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. I mean, it's a lot of, it's cultish, and it's cult classic stuff that a small amount of people know about, but it grows as time goes on because of, you know, the digital footprint it left. And so we dropped a mixtape in December 2007, and I was like, most of my original beats, there was a couple industry freestyles here and there, but I produced like 90% of it. It was all original music. The following year, we put out an album called Midnight Movie. And Sky Zoo was on that album. We did the first single. He was the first single. It was a song called Soundcheck. And so I got him on the record, and then I flew him to North Carolina to shoot the video. So there's a video for that song. And so that's how we got really cool. And while we was driving around, because after we shot the video, we went to Ninth Wonder's studio. Because Ninth Wonder's in the video, by the way. He's in that video.
Shout out to Ninth.
Shout out to Ninth Wonder. He didn't even have to. He didn't even have to show love like that. He showed up to the shoot, and he was just in the video. You know what I'm saying? Next to me, posted up. It was a beautiful thing. So after we shot the video, we drove to Durham from Raleigh. And you know, while we was on our way to Ninth Wonder Studio, we was playing the album, and there was a song on the original version of the Midnight Movie album called Meatloaf. Now, the original beat for Meatloaf is what you now know is the beat for what you now know as the Shooter soundtrack. So I played that. I played the whole album, and he was like, "Yo, this beat right here is crazy." I was like, "Word?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, well, I got some other beats, so I was playing on some other beats. He was like, "Yo, these beats are fire, but yo, that Meatloaf beat is crazy." So
wow.
we dropped the album. We dropped the original version of the album in December, but you know how groups do. You know what I'm saying? We broke up.
Yeah.
We broke up for like a month or two, and in that gap between
Shit.
between that, well,
It's like, I can tell where this is going, and then in 60 days, what happened?
yeah. So I was like, "Yo, Sky, man, it really didn't work out." You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out with the fellas, man. But that beat you was talking about, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we dropped the album. We ain't even doing shows and nothing. I don't know. I don't think it's going to pop off, man. You still want that beat? He was like, what? Yo, send me the files.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it happened. And so, because I thought it was over, you know what I'm saying? Like,
word.
Internal things happen. So so that's how that joint ended up on the album.
Crazy.
Then what happened was we got back together again and we put the album back out, but we had to put a remix version of it on there. And that remix version is produced by Lord Quest. And he produced for like Schoolboy Q. He runs with the TDE cast. He's an incredible producer. Incredible producer. So I had him do the remix for it. But last year during the pandemic, I re-released Midnight Movie, and I re-released the original version. So you can hear the original version of that song with the original beat. It's on I re-released that on hard copy on CD. So
listen, it's like that. I'm just happy that I know I got some more work to do, because one thing about great music, I tell anybody, great music doesn't get old. You just find it when you find it. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be great then. It's great now.
Right.
Trendy music loses.
It loses, and you want to and listen. No shots to anybody, but if you want to, if there was ever an example of that, just watch the Dipset versus Lox versus.
Oh my God,
that's a prime example of that. Example of that.
So much of that, but that verses showed you so much. Like
so much.
Real talk, hip hop should be a class, because there's so much that people swear they know. But if it was a class and they show movies or videos of things in hip hop class, that verses should be in there of what you shouldn't do or what you should do.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
It was people who respected and loved the craft from the beginning. Didn't look at it as a money thing. Look at it as, and I'm not saying nothing bad about Dipset, because they had their movement. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that was I knew that, because, I mean, it's easy for me to say this now, but I was saying this before as well. You know what I'm saying? Not only because of all of this, but I'm 914. I'm out running, Mount Vernon YO all day.
That's what's up.
So, but yeah, man, like you said, trendy stuff falls away. Great music. Like now, when I go back to your joints, and I know when I go back and I get those files, I listen to that music, it's still going to bang out. Like today, it's going to be on the radio, you know what I'm saying, on my station. You know what I mean? Because we're going to talk about what I got going on with that too.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we got to get into that.
But shout out to everybody's here, man. We got here with my boy Cyrus the Great. I'm learning some new stuff about him, man. The group and everything.
Yeah, I'm giving you some exclusives, man. I don't really do interviews like that, though.
And this is what I love doing, because look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, act like there's not a lot of podcasts that do hip hop, but there's certain people that will never be tapped into, and I know and I believe are great contributors to our culture, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, listen, this is stuff that people would never hear, because I know you don't talk a lot, bro.
I don't.
You're not a talker. So I was happy to get you up,
Yeah, man. Well, you my guy, man. So, whatever I can do to support you in your movement, you know what I'm saying? I got you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So now once you guys broke up and the group, y'all got back together, And you released that album.
So we got back together, and then we dropped like 3 more projects. We dropped the Blood Circus EP. We dropped the EPMD tribute mixtape. It's called Mind Your Business, and that was me. I redid all those EPMD classic beats. I redid those beats.
Okay.
And I had them spit over it. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yo, Noah Avalos 05. I don't know if you know that person, but they are a straight supporter, man. They got all your joints.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, thank you, Noah. Much love, much love, much love.
That's real right there. I gotta tap in with Noah, real talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's the thing too, so you know, word. But you had that music going, like you said, you did those mixtapes and you did those everything there, and your sound was still bubbling, generating, I'm sure.
Right. And so then we broke up again in 2010. But then I started to work heavy with Prince. Like me and Prince we never really fell out. You know what I'm saying? So me and Prince were still rolling heavy. And me and Prince have an unreleased album that is bananas. Yo, we recorded this album in 2009.
Okay.
It's just still banging. The album is crazy.
Yo, DJ Prince on the mic. Like I said, I met Prince as DJ Prince.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that I'm hearing the circle, you know what I'm saying, and how you guys are all connected is just blowing my mind right now. And this is what I love doing. This I'm learning on the job.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, Prince, that brother, and the cool thing about DJ Prince is he does everything so effortlessly. He raps really good. Listen, when I first met Prince, you know what I'm saying? I met him at Shaw. I walked up to him because one of our other homies, Kev, introduced me to him because Kev was shooting videos for Prince and stuff like that for some of his stuff. And I walked up to him, but he had like this aura, like it's the coolest dude ever. You know what I'm saying? He was just so cool. You met him.
Yeah.
So he was so cool, you know what I'm saying? He had the fly gear, he had the Jeep, you know what I'm saying? Just a fly brother, man. He was just fly, you know, he was just, just laid back. I was like, yeah, man, we got to get some work. He was like, yeah, word. All right, cool. Yeah. At first I thought he was trying to just push me off, but he was just cool and laid back and, he's just swagged out, you know what I'm saying? That New York, he embodies that New York smoothness, you know what I'm saying? Listen. So working with him, he brought, because I'm known for the hard beats, you know what I'm saying? Hard drums, you know what I'm saying? With the energy, and his smoothness just evened it out, you know what I'm saying? Him and I, we make some of the best music, and we don't even try to make good music. It just the chemistry is there, man. He's an incredible MC. He's an incredible producer.
Listen.
He's an incredible DJ.
Listen, I've been doing my homework with him. And shout out to my girl Jerry. Thanks for being here, my tribe. And shout out to the GOAT Squad that's here and heavy. True words, my brother. But DJ Prince, his energy is so great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like when I met Prince, I forgot what show, because I met him being a DJ because he was Sky's DJ. So this is why it blew my mind that you guys all linked, because when I met him, he was on tour with Sky. And then when I met him, I was already blown away, like, you a DJ, you body Give It Up. I remember Give It Up with DJ Prince, making, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was like, yo, what's he doing? And I was like, everywhere I see him, I was like, I need you to do that. He was like, nah, it's not on the set list, but nah, that's dope, man.
Yo, he does everything good.
Word. And that's a great thing, man. And the vibes was there, man. So, like, you, in a way, basically, those connections with Sky is what got them, I'm sure, bubbling in the way that they went as well. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, for sure.
Word. Now, with you, also, when you listen to, like, your work and everything, you, like I said, you are known in our realm of hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know who you are. and that's a great thing because like even with Torre, like I love that intro. We're gonna talk about that album, that King Kong Ain't Got Shit on
Yeah,
Me.
we got
That
to.
one is the one that we got the bangers on. You know what I'm saying? If y'all haven't heard this album, and I still got to get my physical, so trust me, if you re-release, what's one thing you re-released it, I need that still.
Yes, sir.
My man Cyrus, the great, released this album, King Kong Ain't Got Shit on Me, and well, I want you to go through it real quick. Tell them about some of the people that you had on that album, bro.
I had Torre, I had King Mez, I had Rock Marciano, I had Name Tag, Sky Zoo, my man Ace Hustle, my man Mike Mass.
Yes.
Who else I got? DJ Prince, of course.
Yeah.
Focus from Aftermath. My man RJ. Spender, June Life, the Black Opera. I said my man Hustle. My man Tom Gist from Harlem. He's a Dipset affiliate. Am I missing? I hope I'm not missing anybody. You know, I had a pretty solid cast.
Yeah, man, that album, bro, it was so, because I love when producers make albums like that. I'm gonna be real, man, because you know what I mean, like yo, you just you reach out to these dope MCs who, first of all, I know they gotta have a straight up respect, a mutual respect for you. You know what I mean? Because they hearing your drink, but it's like, yo, one hand washes the other. They getting to get busy over a banging beat. You hear some top notch MCing over your crazy production. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So, how was it putting that album together, man?
That shit was hell.
Well, thank you for going through it. I'm sorry. I don't know. No. I feel bad saying it, but
no, I'm gonna tell you why. And this might hurt you a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna ever do an album like a compilation album with a bunch of MCs. I don't think I'll do that ever again, because it takes so long to get verses back, and you know, it's just like, oh my God. I started that album in 2010.
Wow.
We started that album in 2010. This is right after FSR broke up.
Okay.
Started in 2010. The first record I did was the Rock Marciano record.
All right, the Jonas Band. Okay.
Thank you. That's the first thing I did. I did the Rock Marciano record. This was right off Marsburg. The summer that Marsburg came out.
Right.
That's all I was playing.
So
you couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't listen. Everything else that came out that summer, I wasn't listening to it because all I was listening to was Marsburg. You understand me? Marsburg for breakfast, Marsburg for lunch, that's all I was listening to the point where I was like, yo, I gotta get this dude on the record, man.
That's dope, man.
So I reached out to Rock and we made the record happen. So that's the first record we did. Then as time went by, I was just having a hard time, getting some of the verses back. And it was just taking so long. It was taking so long. So
my homeboy Jerry said it right there. She said, "Oh, you keeping it real, man. It was too many chiefs and chefs." And it's like,
yeah.
She's laughing because like nobody comes on and really keeps it real like that. Like, yo, it's I ain't never doing it again.
Yo, real talk. I mean, so between 2010 and like spring 2015, I got all my files. I'm like, yo, finally we got what we need. And we went in. I went in with my engineer, one of my good friends, Adrian. He's like the cornerstone of my sound. Like every album that I mix with vocals and stuff on there, he's touching everything. Adrian Morales, my brother, I love you. If you're on, if not, I'm gonna send this to you, but I gotta give you your flowers because Adrian has been mixing my stuff since I was 17, 18 years old.
Dope, man. So y'all got that relationship built. He knows your sound. Like y'all, it gets to the point where y'all know each other. You know?
Yeah, that's my brother. He knows what he knows what makes me tick. He knows how I like my sound.
Mhm.
He knows the frequency that I like. He just knows it. So everything, you know, he's touching everything. Like any project with vocals or a bunch of MCs or, you know,
Mhm.
an album with an artist is going through Adrian's lab. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, you know, me and Adrian got together. We mixed it in like March, and then we put it out June 19th. Put it out Juneteenth, 2015. You
Yeah,
know?
I know you probably was on that on purpose. I know you, bro. Like,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
man. So,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
it's dope, man. Like that project is so fire. That I know that you re-released it, and like I said, you had some physicals. But
Mm-hmm.
then besides that, you have been working with so many others on their projects as well.
Mm-hmm.
Time too, because by now, I mean, Cyrus the Great is known. Like they know who Cyrus the Great is. Now, how was it there? Like other projects of other artists that you worked on? Are there any others that wasn't on King Kong and Got Shit on Me that you worked on as well?
Well, let me see. There's a record with Prince, DJ Prince. You got a record with Sean Price called Shotters. You heard that record?
I think I did. Why did I hear this song, man? Because I think I was digging for some Prince joints or something, man. But I'm gonna have to listen to it again. But I feel like I did because I checked some DJ Prince joints out.
Yeah. So that record, I did that record,
Rest his
and
soul to Sean P.
Sean, rest in peace, Sean. Yeah, that was one of my favorite rappers, man. And so
Yeah.
what Prince did was he put out a vinyl release of it. It was a 7-inch. And I produced both sides. So side A was the Shotters joint with Sean Price, and side B was the Come Again. And he shot a
Okay.
video for Come Again.
Right.
So that was pretty big. You know, seeing as that was one of Sean Price's last guest appearances. And I texted Prince a while back, like a few months ago, and I was like, I just told him, yo, thank you, man, because I just thought about it. I'm like, yo, one of my one of my biggest goals was to work with Sean Price, and I texted him, I said, thank you, bro, thank you for making my dreams come true, you know,
Crazy, man.
because Sean Price meant a lot to me. Not only was he a great MC, you know, you got to take into account that he had to reinvent himself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolute. I thought he was like the king of reinvention.
Yes, absolutely. Hands down.
Like when he first came out with the Monkey Bars album was the first, I would say, the reincarnation of him.
Yes.
And I was just like, yo, shit. Like, me and my crew, you couldn't tell us nothing about that album. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
The album was Eat, Sleep, and Drink, Monkey Bars when it came out. Like, I Love You was my joint. Sean Price, Boom Ba Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Everything in that fucking album.
Yeah.
Words, like, listen. And like you said, reinvent you, because that was Sean Price 2.0.
Absolutely. Sean Price 2.0. He had like a newer style, you know what I'm saying? Because before, like when he was with Helter Skelter, he was kind of like, it was like derivative. It was kind of like Redman-ish derivative, you know, but he was still nice, but you can hear the heavy Redman influence when he was doing before. But this, when he reinvented himself, he had like a new way, just a whole new energy about him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't as wordy as before, but it was more direct, and it just cut.
Yes.
You know,
he was. You said it right, because when I think of like Helter Skelter, I think of like one of my favorite joints. I ain't having that.
Exactly.
On that, and then like Sean, probably like the Monkey Bars joint. It was like, boom, I'm in your face. What? You can't F with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love it though. You know what I'm saying? But you got to work with Price, Sean P, off the DJ Prince joint there. You know.
And then there was the Barrel Brothers album. I did that the second half of the Handoff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's my because when Scott.
Yeah, that's my part. Crisis did the first half with Tori was rapping, and then,
that's dope. Shout out to both of y'all on that, man. I love beats like that, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
How you put that shit.
Yes, sir. So that's what I was doing, but you know, there were times where there was like lapses in my productivity because I do other things as well, you know. You know, and when I say this, I'm not trying to big myself up, but I would say that I'm a sort of a renaissance man, because, you know, I do other things that I like to do. I like to try to do at a high level.
Right.
You know, not only do I do music, you know, I'm an educator. You know, I'm a filmmaker. You know,
I knew that. Right.
yeah, I work with a lot of with youth. You know what I'm saying? I started a basketball outreach program in my city a few years back. I just wanted to, you know, do something positive in my community. I put together festivals, you know. So, you know,
Yes.
I do more than one thing, you know. So I think it's important to have, especially when the pandemic hit.
Right.
That was the time where I knew I was onto something, because that was the time where if you didn't have multiple tools in your toolbox, it was time to learn an additional skill. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
If you know, if you didn't have it then, you should, you know, get
Right.
some. Absolutely. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's good to be multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these cats that sit around and make 10, 15 beats a day. I just don't have that time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Right.
what I do is I do it per project. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm putting a project together, I map it out ahead of time, and then I make those beats specifically. You know, you know how the Caribbean restaurant, you know what I'm saying? You got to wait like 30 minutes for your fish,
Man,
because
listen.
it's fresh to order.
I'm about to say you'd be happy to wait though.
You know what I'm saying? That's how
You'd be happy.
I approach my music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I make my music fresh to order. You know what I'm saying? I might have a couple beats laying around, but I'm not really those guys that just make beats. Or I don't have that time. I got other stuff I got going on. You know what I'm saying?
And real quick, we'll speak on that because I know, like, when you and I we were supposed to try to link up before, but I know you was out of town because, like you said, you was shooting a movie. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you let me know. Like, and then I also know why we doing this today is because, once again, I'm flexible with my schedule with the people that's blessing me with their time, and I know that the basketball program you had going on, so I know you was all about that too. So salute to you, bro, because like you said, it's not just the music. You're giving back. You're involved. You're a father.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving to your community.
Mm-hmm.
I've attended one of those dope ass festivals
Thank you.
you
Thank
did,
you.
and before the pandemic, you and I was talking about putting something together again for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's always crazy, man. You and I both, and that's something that I'm sure that we can do for next year. I got some things
Absolutely.
for that, but
Perfect. Yeah.
I can. This is why I'm happy to have you on here, bro. Because literally, I know this about you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, people hear the music, or you hear what they've done musically, and you don't get to really know what they've done outside of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Great person they are, not just giving you feeding your ear, but they're doing things for others,
Mm-hmm.
like selflessly, like you give and you your time, you're educating kids, you're giving your time, putting in with these kids. That's fire, bro. That needs to be acknowledged. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Shout out to you. I think immediately shot Stemala. When I had him on, he does the same. So these are people that I love being fans of, people that's giving more than just music to us, to our culture. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And I know with me saying that, I gotta learn how to segue. I ain't mastered that yet.
You know, it's all good.
What I always like to do when we're up here is have people up here speak about what I consider as one of my favorite parts of their contribution. And shout out to my man Derek Skinner over there. He was another podcast. Those are my brothers right there. Fisher Gov Talk too, you know. But for you, my favorite beat from you is the opener, Office Alley. Like, shout out to my man real quick, ASU, because he might be one of the dudes I know right off the rip. ASU, if you listen to the opener off Skyzoo album, The Salvation, this is my man Cyrus the Great. Besides the Shooter soundtrack on the same album,
Mm-hmm.
that opener is unbelievable, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
we're going to dive into your thoughts, your brain, your fingers touching the keys. Like, how did that beat come about?
Well, that was I made and this goes back. I made that beat specifically for Skyzoo. He wanted something like he gave me a he's good with giving references. He gave me a reference for the sound that he wanted, and I just whipped it up and I sent it to him. It just
I just whipped it up like it was nothing. Whoa, nah.
Because what happened was it was like my first week in grad school. This is 2000, like September 2008. September 2008. I'm good with dates and shit. Like I'm really good with that. It was like September 2008. It was like it's probably September 10th or something like that. Because my first day of class was September 8th. I'm crazy. Okay. I'm crazy with it.
Nah, you know those things. Yeah,
but he was texting me. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm looking for an intro. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for an intro. I want it to sound like such. I want it to sound like this. You know, what was it? He said something. I forgot, but he gave me a reference of how he wanted it to sound. So I left class. I went home. When he told me the reference, I knew exactly what sample I was going to use, and I knew exactly what drums I was going to use. So I made the beat. I sent it to him. I still got the email. He was like, "Yo, this is it." He's like, "This is it right here. This is it. This is the one." I was like, "Word." I knew it, and this is and the way I make beats is kind of like how Biggie Smalls rhymes. Like, I'm not trying to say, because I think Biggie's like arguably the greatest of all time, but I'm not saying I'm the GOAT producer. I'm just saying, like, I make beats in my head first. I make like the ice.
I know, instead of writing, you put it together in your head. I
put it together in my head. I sequence the beat in my head. Like, I sequence everything about the beat, how the hi-hats are going to sound. I make the beat in my head first. My best beats are like that. Like, I think about the sample that I'm going to use. I think about how I'm going to program the drums. I think about the bass line I'm going to put in there. I usually hum the beat in my head of days or weeks before I even touch a button. But that day in class, I was thinking about how I was going to program the drums, how I was going to sequence everything. I went home and did that because all the work was done. All I had to do was just program it.
It's like knowing the answers already, just now putting it on paper.
Exactly. I make 90% of my beats. I make like that,
bro. And for me, like when I'm hearing how you're saying this, I can't picture like. That's why you got that talent. Because I'm sitting here like I'm playing the song in my head, and I'm like, listen, I feel like it's got to be more to it. Like this that song was, but that's your process.
That's my process.
Process, and obviously, without a doubt, it works phenomenally. And real quick, shout out to everybody in the room here. My Ghost Squad brother Miko Coletti, King True, Mr. Keep It Culture, my brother out here. You know, my bro E Rest, thank you for being here, man. You know, everybody's here in this building. You know, she loves Tuna. I don't know what it is, but I appreciate everybody here with me and my brother Cyrus. Thank y'all for joining us here in this great conversation on hip hop, you know. And we're talking about the song, the opener of Salvation, Skyzoo's album Salvation. And Cyrus the Great is the producer behind that beautiful track, man.
Thank you.
So when you said you had it in your head and you said now it's just going home and laying it.
Yeah,
so
laying it.
The sounds you wanted already in everything.
Everything.
Yo.
Everything.
I hear that because every time I hear that, all right, this is the fan talking, bro. This is the fan point talking. You gotta understand what that beat is to me. Like, it's the intro to one of the best albums to me, man.
Wow.
Because first of all, you hear the women on the street corner singing. We all know what that symbolized. You know what I'm saying? We know that. And then the way you brought the beat in was just perfect. You know what I'm saying? And then when he's 24/7,
365, 25 years.
And then
These lines.
push the pen past the margin on the side. Like, trust me, I goes with it. You know what I'm saying? And shout to my bro Cool B in the building too. You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
And he's like, that's how it go. You know what I'm saying? He knows your process because Cool B is another dope producer, DJ too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
now you go home. You late. How long did it take you to put it together?
Like 20 minutes.
Because it was once again all there.
It was all already here. So I knew what I wanted to do. That was like about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that was, I made that beat in Reason. I still use Reason as like my weapon of choice for those producers out there. That's a DAW, Reason, Reason software. That's like my bread and butter. So I made that in Reason. That was in Reason 4. That was in Reason 4. I'm on Reason 10 now, but that was on Reason 4.
Right. Okay. That's crazy because it's like now that beat to me, like I said, you know, were you in the studio when it was laid, or was that one of the joints you sent it to him and he laid it in the studio?
Yeah, I sent that to him because I was in Georgia at the time.
Right.
So I sent the file to him. Matter of fact, I went to it's funny how stuff works. I put all the files on a disc because there was an EPMD show on my birthday that year. And he was there, and Film School Rejects was supposed to perform.
Okay.
But one of the members sorry about that.
You still with me, bro? Oh, okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. You back. Okay.
Yeah. So one of the members didn't show up. So that's how we broke up the first time, because one of the members didn't show up. But I had the beat for him, and I gave it to him at the show. I gave him the data disc of all the files at the show. So I just gave him the files for him to rock over.
And that's just like when you heard that finished product, how did you feel about that?
I was like, yo, this is amazing. And Sky Zoo was like an amazing MC. He's like one of the best on the planet. I'm like, yo, this is like too good. Like, this is way too good to be true. Like, he was snapped. He snapped on that record. You know what I'm saying?
Whole thing, like, I ain't aim to make a classic. I aim to state what happened. And if it gets lazy, oh, yo, listen, that shit is fire, yo. Like, that
on
that and Definitive Prayer to me is like, those are tracks that can't be touched. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if I had like a chessboard and made songs, chess pieces, those might fuck around and be like my queen and my bishop or something. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because I want to do damage with them. I want to get busy. You can have one as your king, but your king will sit there and need to be protected. You know what I'm saying? Your king needs protection. Nah, I want to get busy with them tracks. You know?
Yes, sir.
And real quick, I want to shout my brother Cool B once again because it's so funny. We reconnected, Cool B and I reconnected last year throughout the pandemic through Torre's lives. But in our conversation, he was like, yo, I think I saw you a few years ago. And I said the same thing. And it was at your festival you did in Boston. You had Styles P and Sky there that year. You remember that year?
Yeah, he was there. Cool B was there.
Yeah, he was telling me he was there with Styles because he be rocking with them sometimes. So he was like, yo, he was on stage with them. And I was like, I was looking, I was like, I look familiar, but I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? But you was running around crazy that day, making sure everything was in order.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Salute,
I remember when I came back there, you gave me that, yo, I'll be right back, man. So I was like,
yeah, I was running around crazy.
On the dope ass event. Let me let you know that. Thank you for that. But once again, I just had to say that while Kobe was here. I didn't know if he was gonna jump in and out, but you connected me with my peoples again, man. Kobe and I got over 20 years there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
So, yeah, you familiar? Y'all met before and all that, right?
Was he did Cool B? Did you go up there with Styles?
Yeah, he was up there on stage with him. That's where I seen him. I was like, yo, this dude look familiar. Like when he was up there with Styles was rocking and stuff.
Wow.
You know, that was his Styles' actual DJ, but Kobe was up there with him that day.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I probably, if he was with Styles, and I met everybody that was in that truck, because I know he was with Technician and a couple of his other peoples. So you know what I'm saying? And I definitely met him.
And you introduced me to Mike Mass that day too. Shout out
Yeah.
to Mike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. That was a good day. That was a good day.
Yeah. Yo, me and my man went out there, had so much fun. The food trucks was out there. You had hip hop on display. Bro.
Thank you. Thank you. And we're doing it next year again. September 17th, 2022.
Listen, and this time regular cat's gonna be there, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
be there. You know I'm there anyway, but then I got this to bring there, and we're gonna talk about that, man. It's gonna be so dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to be like, for me to be able to say I could help. I want to contribute to this. This is my way of contributing. I don't rap anymore. I love this culture, and this is me, and I love contributing on this way because it's bringing that light to things that may, like, some people I know may not have seen. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But you said y'all met that day, so word, that's
what's up.
dope, you know. So now it's like you got all this going, man. Let's talk about, besides the music, what you said you got things going as far as like movies and everything else. Like, how did you get into that too, bro?
Well, I've always been in the film.
Hence the name of the group.
Exactly. And real quick to go to that, you know, Film School Rejects was like a theme group. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to me studying the greats. Like, I studied how Wu-Tang was a theme group. It was like a kung fu theme. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Film School Rejects was a cinema movie theme group. So when you have a theme group, it's easy to make an album around that because you can make a concept based around that theme. You know what I'm saying? So I was always into films. I'm a huge Spike Lee. So Spike Lee is like my number one. He's on my Mount Rushmore, but he's number one. So when I saw the movie Bamboozled, I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I do the music because I'm naturally gifted at it. But I know that as far as a fruitful career, I really want to tap into the films because, you know, this music industry, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really into all the fake, you know, politics and, you know, and there's politics in the film industry, but with film, I get to be more creative. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a higher ceiling in film. And so that's when I took the film. I went to graduate film school. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design in Savannah, Georgia. So I got my master's in film and television. So I went there. And I studied film, and you know, I just shot a film this past summer that I know you and I was talking about, and I'm doing a soundtrack for that film with novelists of Clear Soul Forces.
That's what we've been talking about too, man.
Yeah. So
you already know. Me and you talked about it. I told you I'm a big novelist fan.
Yeah.
I keep it funky. I even reached out to him to try. I'm hoping to line him up, man. Like, it is, and the whole group, Clear Soul Forces.
Those dudes is incredible.
Yo, we working on getting him up here. Me, my shout out to my partner DJ. He stays in the back. He like Ghostface. He there, but he ain't there. You know what I mean? Right. We working on that Clear Soul Forces, man. I'm big. I was just listening to some of their music on our radio station too. You know?
Yeah, so, man. Those dudes are incredible. Those are incredible.
Novelist though. That's gonna be a dope one.
Yeah, I'm trying to lock in with him so we can, you know, finish the soundtrack. I know he's real busy. He's got other things. But we cut that record, the theme song for the movie. We cut that record like 5 years ago. And so, you know, it's just a matter of just finding time to finish it. Now, all the beats are done. I might have to touch up a couple, but you know, but I'm always gonna integrate the music with my film. Always. So we shot some of that stuff. We shot this past summer, and we're gonna do some reshoots soon. But the trailer's gonna be out in a few weeks.
Yo, listen, man. You already know. Let me please. I want to help. I want to help. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do, bro. Like,
yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So I'm in tune because I'm like, I don't hide my fandom. Like, it ain't no sense. It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Being a supporter and a fan of yours, bro. I'm into everything you do, you know. And you know, real quick, let everybody know, we, like I said, we talk sports more than the music lately, you know. My Knicks be up and down right now. Your Boston, you know what I'm saying? Season.
Can I keep it real with you?
Yeah, talk to me.
I'm not a New England sports fan.
Nah. I'm not. But see, in the group though. So who's your squad, bro?
I'm a LeBron fan, so wherever LeBron go, I go.
That's what it was. Cause I was sitting here like, yo, you wasn't saying boosting Boston, but I know you like you are on stats. You missed stat man.
I'm a stat man, but here's the thing: I love Jason Tatum, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
So Jason Tatum's like my second favorite player in the NBA.
I ain't mad at that, bro, man. I love for my Knicks to just show me some consistency.
Yo, the Knicks was looking good though to start,
and they looked good to start every game. It's the fourth quarter, bro. Me and Jess will sit here and watch a game, and you know, I try. Listen, I had to keep my emotions intact because I used to go off the deep end with sports. Now they lose, I'm like, man. You know, before I used to tip those shit over, you know what I mean? I can't do that no more. It's not healthy. But the Knicks really, and I say it to myself all the time. I'm watching the game, I'm like, yeah, they look good now. They look good. I'll watch this fourth quarter. And that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? But what kills me is Julius Randle. I sure wish that he would learn how to post up. You know
bro.
what I mean?
And you know what's crazy? He was posting up in Kentucky. He was posting up in high school. He was killing them in the post.
And I was like, yo, you want to bring the ball up? I'm like, listen, last year, that's why we lost to Atlanta. You got Jason Collins on you. He needs bricks in his pocket to stand next to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know? So, yeah, but, yeah, that's what you do because my man Cyrus, like you said, being a Renaissance man, you're a man of many talents, many skills, and then also a man of many interests.
Yes, sir.
You know, and you're here, man, bro. Listen, that project with you and I was, besides that, man, let everybody know what else you got coming down the pipeline. Bro.
Yes. Hey, listen, I'm going to do, listen. Can I, listen.
Yes, you can.
I drink a gallon of water a day. Can you give me like 2 minutes?
Yeah. Why you do that? Listen, yes.
Play some jams or something. Brother, man, the water's going through me. So I'll be right back, all right?
Yes, we got something for that, yo. Wow, you know, we got that break there. Listen, it ain't gonna be long. You know what I'm saying? We only got a few more minutes with my man Cyrus anyway, you know. But you know, we gonna let that rock out real quick, man. Once again, thanks to everybody for being here tonight. You know what I'm saying? My man Cyrus the Greatest in the building, giving us some exclusive information. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is what I'm here for. Y'all know me. I love this culture. It's not about just you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna contribute to this culture, you gotta mean it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that doesn't happen, you know? And that's what I love doing, man. Thank you, bro. Rest, thank you, man. My brother Eric Respass, you know, it's my man from day one since A1, you know. Chill B, salute, bro. Thanks for everybody being here. You know, this is what I do, man. I'm just a regular cat that loves this hip hop, man. And I love to bring great conversations in from our culture here. You understand what I'm saying? While we're here, if you haven't yet already, check us out. I have the YouTube channel. So if you missed any of our previous episodes of conversations, they're all on the YouTube channel. Check the website by the same name, The Regular Cat Convo. Shout out to my brother DJ, my partner. We got the regularcatconvo.com. Shout out to my brother True Words, the head of this great GOAT squad that I'm a part of. He will be on here tomorrow for that conversation, same time, 7:30. You know what I'm saying? And also check out the radio station Regular Cat Radio. We are syndicated through iHeart. Go to iHeart Radio and just type in Regular Cat Radio. Hit that button and just sit back, press play, and walk away. Because we got some of the dopest hip hop. We have some music up there that is not played by everywhere. You're not gonna hear the music we play on any other station. I'm not even giving those stations no name, no shout, no names out. But we give dope music to listen. And my brother Cyrus is back in the building with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not gonna hold you much longer, bro.
No,
you know
yo, we can take as much. I like this. I'm feeling this, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
rock out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. See, you know what I love about that, bro? Because that lets me know because you have so much going on too. We can do just like with Praise, man. I told Praise, please come back. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're doing.
Yes,
you know, but before I let you go, man, I just wanted you to tap into those things you had coming up too. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so this is the thing. I'm not trying to be dramatic and all that, and you know, I'm not trying to do the Jay-Z Black Album thing, but I made a decision
Mm.
that 2022 is going to be my last year doing music.
Mm.
And so before I go, I'm emptying out of a banana clip.
Oh man, listen, I already know what you got in there, man.
I'm talking about, listen, I'm going out like Scarface on the balcony.
You already got them joints lined up for artists too, for MCs.
I got everything dropping in 2022 is pretty much done. I'm dropping like a project a month in 2022. I'm letting it go.
Listen,
Oh my God.
you want to talk about if you want to like catapult them each joint you drop in. You want to have a place to talk about releasing each one. You and I, this is, bro. I tell everybody that's here who's genuine with me, this my platform is your platform, bro. You let that clip go. Each month we'll have a Cyrus interview before each album drop.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah,
because I know what you come to.
Did you hear 41 King Street?
Nah, man.
Well,
See,
part 2 is coming out soon.
Because I tapped into, I'll grab songs here and there, and then like the King Kong joint, really I tapped in here from beginning to end.
Oh,
because I love it. Yeah.
Oh, the sequel for the King Kong is coming out too. The sequel for that's coming out too.
Listen,
you know,
that first one before you get to that second one, man. Like you said, the names is on there, but the production on there. And what I love is that everybody was coming with A game. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Listen, Torre started it off. He's like, "Nah, I got this for you."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Word? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's your first. Oh, word? Okay.
That's right. That's all I had to say. You know what I'm saying? Torre came through with guns blazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But next year, I'm just gonna be just dumping music, merch, vinyl, music, merch, vinyl, festivals, movies.
I was about to say, talk festival, to talk to movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that's out there, let me know, bro, because, my goal is to make sure everybody knows that people that's still tapped in with me, let them know, this is what's going on, because they go back like, I remember from this one and this, that, and the third. Plus, I like to network, man. You know me, bro. This is how we built this.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And I know there's a lot of great people that when you have your festival coming, let me know, because there's some people I would like to, help try to just get things lined up with that, bro. You got
no doubt.
Let them know about those festivals real quick. The Boston Festival, the way you hear about the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival is what Cyrus got going on in Boston, and actually it's not in Boston per se, but
in Worcester, right. So I got the Beats of Barbecue Festival. I'm excited about this next one because the next one is going to take it up to a whole nother level. It's going to be back in Worcester, Massachusetts. It's going to be in September, and it's going to be 3 days.
Whoa. 3-day event.
A 3 day. It's going to be 3 days.
Woodstocking.
Oh,
so I'm getting room out in Worcester, and I'm gonna be out there for a while.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 3 days of flyness. Safety. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be like no Astro World. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that. I could definitely tell
the energy was different. Energy is different.
Your festival is family oriented, and I wish I really knew that, because I would have brought my son up there and all of that too. It was very family oriented. The food trucks you had, the break dances there for the kids and everything. So you definitely bring hip hop to all ages, and that's what was dope about that.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, man. So it's gonna be multiple days.
I would bus trip for that, because I know people's gonna be looking to see those coming out for that. Shout out to my girl Miss T that just joined us on my tribe there, but we definitely line up that, because I'm all about getting a bus full of people, and next year people are gonna be more apt to do things, I believe. You know what I mean? Because even I was still moving a little, still easy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So next year I think things will be a little more open. Plus your events is outside anyway.
Exactly. And that's why I waited. I wanted to give some things time to, marinate. You know what I'm saying? So people could feel safe,
Yeah.
So.
And that's what I'm doing too. That's what I did. So next year I think we're gonna be ready for that, man. But listen, bro, I want to thank you, man. For anybody that don't know, it's my brother Cyrus the Great. You heard his work. If you haven't heard the work, go get the work. I'm going to be listing it. Shout out to my brother DJ Regular Cat Convo, because what we do on our site or the website with every episode, everybody that we had on, like for example for you, when people go to our website, go check out your episode, there'll be a playlist of music that you got, like playlists of your songs and stuff like that.
That's what's
so we try to drive people, yeah, man. So let your people know, go check the website too, the Regular Cat Convo. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk to you about like things I would love to just tap your brain in, because contributions to the station, things like that, we'll work on. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for the genuine, like I said, the great hospitality you showed me the first time I met you.
no doubt.
And we exchanged numbers, and we use those numbers. You
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Now, where can I share this? Like, are you going to upload this?
Absolutely. I save them all, immediately save to the station, to the live, to the IG, and also on YouTube, and then on our website. You know
so this is gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Word.
Oh yeah. Word. You know what I'm saying? So once again, my brother Cyrus, this is not the last time you will see Cyrus up there. I tell y'all that, and I promise you that, because this is genuinely my man. So thank you for being here tonight, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Cyrus the Great, y'all. That's what my man on the Regular Cat Convo. All right, I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
All right, brother.
Word.
Word.
All right. Oh, check it. We're gonna have Cyrus log out on this. Yeah, there we go. So check it, man. That was my bro for a few years, man. We met through just organic, great relationships with this music. And this is what I tell y'all this hip hop and this culture is, man. This is not, I mean, if you do it because you love it, you make relationships that withstand everything. And that's what it is. That's why everyone that I've had on, I can still reach out to, and they're great people, not just great contributors to the culture, man. So thank you, everybody that's joining us. Even if you joined late, my girl Molly, shout out to my girl Miss T, Melon's Technique Success joined us. I appreciate everybody that's coming through. Once again, this is Sasha Rock, aka the Regular Cat. My man Cyrus tonight was here. Tune in tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to 2 episodes a week now. Next week on Fridays, we are introducing the GOAT Squad, my crew. So happy about this, man. And tomorrow is my brother True Words, head of the GOAT Squad. He put this thing together. So we're going to have him up here. Not only is he a dope dude to tap in with, True Words is one of the dopest MCs, man. And you will hear that, and I promise you that. Noah, I appreciate you, bro, because like I said, you tapped in with dope music, man. And we will be talking soon. Like I said, I can't forget your name. That's my son's name, you know. So thanks for the follow. Thanks for showing love. Thanks for being in tune with Cyrus, man. You educated me. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow I'm going to talk about what we got lined up this weekend. We got another lineup of great DJs that's going to be blessing the station. If you haven't checked us out now, check us out yet, go to iHeartRadio and search Regular Cat Radio. You'll see the logo. You'll see the logo, all right? Tap in. And our station is banging with music 24/7, some of the most fire music out there. Great tap in music. So everything. Shout out to my brother So Soon. You know what I'm saying? I see this my man name in there. I get excited because I know what we got going on, bro. Salute, bro. So I'm just going to let everybody know this now. I can't even hide this shit. Fuck it. You know, like I said, tomorrow we got my brother True Words. We got the Ghost Squad lined up every Friday. My brother So Soon will be in here. You know what I'm saying? Look, I know he working. So Soon working, but next week he's going to be the dope MC. We're going to have one here next week, too, from the Ghost Squad. But once again, thank everybody for being here and tapping in with me. Sasha Rock, a.k.a. the Regular Cat. Tap in tomorrow with me and my brother True Words in the Ghost Squad, all right? And y'all remember, I'm just a regular cat that love hip-hop. Do what you love. Shout out to Tissue and the Tape, official heat holders, respect heat holders all day. Shout out to right here, my GOAT Squad, everybody that joined us, all right? Tune in tomorrow. I'm going to be saving this. This will be loaded to our station. And also all of our interviews are re-aired on the station. I'm going to go over the lineup of everybody that's on the station, what you're missing if you're not checking us out, all right? Because we got No Bars Off. My brother Shots Them Lot and Boardwalk Brown got their joint up here. We got all the Tissue and the Tape episodes that re-aired. All right, we got my man B Zones, who gives some of the greatest intellectual interviews out there. we're gonna be he's on there. So check us out on the station. Besides the fire music and the dope ass DJs. All right. I want to thank y'all once again for being here. I love y'all. Tap in with me tomorrow. All right. Peace.